I don't know the number of you that are aware of this specific fact, but there are 17 main titles in the Call of Duty franchise. And if you break that down into subcategories, there are 45 entries in the series, with another 11 entries added to expand the universe of COD outside that main little bubble that they have created for themselves. The only other franchise I can think of off the top of my head that can relate to this mega corporate video game Goliath is Nintendo with Mario. Maybe Sega and Sonic, but I'm sure there are more, but I can't think of any other FPS titles that have this long of a history. Let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. While Call of Duty is owned by Activision and has an assembly line-esque feel with the way devs pump out game after game, there is one aspect of the franchise that gives it an edge over other FPS titles in this same genre, other than Legacy, mind you. And obviously you know the answer, and this is why you're watching, so say it with me. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Battle Royale. I gotcha. Yeah, it's zombies. It's zombies. We're talking about zombies. Zombies mode is a place where the devs who are making Call of Duty can let off steam. It's a place where they can create new ideas and push boundaries outside of the normal arcade Twitch shooter paradigm. What is frustrating about the mode in present day is due to its rampant popularity, Activision is constantly injecting monetization methods into it, which ruin the actual gameplay, and that's not exactly what we're here to talk about. The reason Zombies is so important and detrimental to other games in the FPS genre is because the COD engine is applied to a co-op fantasy mode, and that gives it an edge that other games just don't have. We can argue about bugs and other aspects of what it means to be a polished game, but when you play a Call of Duty game, you know that they have some of the best gunplay around. The trade-off for fans for getting such a cool experience is having Activision's hand in the pot, and this ensures that there will be a walling off of content for likely financial reasons. And as unfortunate as that fact may be, it's a necessary evil. Without money, there's no game to even be played. I understand that other games like Left 4 Dead or whatever other horde mode type of game you enjoy, I'm sure they're fun, I bet they are, but they don't have the same polish that Call of Duty will have and likely won't ever have it. That's just what billions of dollars and 2 decades of experience gives a company with such notoriety. So what's the problem then? What is this clickbait issue with Black Ops Cold War Zombies? Hear me out, alright? Listen, out of the 17-year-long legacy of Call of Duty, Treyarch has made 5 games so far. And all of these games have had zombies in the game. There are 42 maps to choose from, technically 46 if you include the survival maps on Transit. There are 17 remakes and or remasters, and depending on which total you prefer to go with, that means that between 38 and 40% of our maps are remakes or reimaginings. That's an average of 39%, meaning that 2 of every 5 maps are remakes. Do you want to get even crazier? Let's look at this by game. In World at War, obviously, there's no remakes, so 0%. With Black Ops 1, 40% of that game was remakes. Black Ops 2, there were no remakes. Black Ops 3, 64% of the game was remakes, and Black Ops 4 was 50% remakes. And it's very interesting to know that nearly half of the content that we are receiving from Treyarch is remakes and remasters. Now, I'm not opposed to having this type of content. In fact, I took a bit of a hiatus from gaming after World at War, so coming back during Black Ops 3 was actually really great. For me, personally, just for me. And I got to experience all of my favorite content from childhood all over again, which was exactly the point of Chronicles. So what about the long-term consumer or the hardcore fan? A lot of their time and money has gone to regurgitated maps and ideas. Do I think Treyarch is bad for this? No, of course not. And from a developer standpoint, I actually kind of understand it. Every year, they are provided with tools that allow them to push forward on technology, which by remastering the maps, they can give all the players all of the classics and on the most current version of said hardware or software. And I think that's awesome. What's unfortunate about all of this is the repackaging and reselling of the same product every couple of years. And I think we need to listen to the leaks that we have heard thus far. Die Maschine is a Nacht der Untoten reimagining. There are also rumors of a Kino der Toten reimagining. We are also supposed to be getting a 1-to-1 Nuketown remake and a 1-to-1 Nacht remake, obviously because it's in Die Maschine. And we are also supposed to be getting an original Vietnam map, but that's the only one that I've heard so far. So if you look at those numbers, as of now, we are supposedly getting 4 out of 5 maps remastered or reimagined, whatever word you want to use. And it fits the theme of the last 2 games of having 50% or more of the content being remakes. Is this exactly what I'm hoping for in this next generation of zombies? Not exactly. I was hoping for new maps and built upon systems that continue as well as push the mode forward. Do we have all of the information? No. Are these leaks true? Sort of, kind of. We simply just don't know enough, and I'm using the information that we have on hand to make an educated guess as to what to expect when Black Ops Cold War downloads onto my hard drive. The last and final point I want to make with this video, and I've said this before, is that we need to look at Black Ops 4 and Modern Warfare 2019 as models for what this next COD game is going to be. I think there's a lot of good things going for Treyarch and for Black Ops Cold War in general, and I've actually really enjoyed the beta, despite the community not really liking it for whatever reason. But what I'm more or less talking about is the monetary systems and business decisions Activision and Treyarch decide to implement to keep their game afloat. There is simply so much information and data that we do not see or know about that these companies take into consideration when they're making a new game for fans. And I think Treyarch knows that the hardcore fan base does not want another season of remakes. In fact, I know they know that. We wouldn't stop complaining about it the entire year of Black Ops 4, but Activision knows that they can sell a repackaged Nocturne Toten with an expanded upon forest section and a Final Reich looking bunker. This gives our little brains that nostalgia tickle that we love so much. And then you combine this idea with the free content drops throughout the season, and this gives Treyarch and Activision even more agency to do what they want in regard to remakes. I haven't done the math on this, but from what I hear, a majority of the multiplayer maps in Modern Warfare 2019 are remakes or remasters. And Infinity Ward doesn't even really mess with Spec Ops anymore for whatever reason, and I know people like that mode. They talk about it in my chat all the time. The fact that we don't have a season pass anymore doesn't bind the companies to a promise that they can't keep, and I think that's an actual positive element. And you can't really judge anything in this particular situation until you look at the track record of the companies involved and can see that it's more profitable for them to make remakes and remasters of what made them popular in the first place. And now that there's a new console generation for fans of old and new to hop on and feel that nostalgia again, it's going to be too tempting for Activision not to monetize our childhoods. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.